us. We're going to do the company motto. I'm going to demonstrate how we do the company motto since we have some. I will say company motto, are you ready? And you'll raise your fist and say yes. I will say go. You'll say cherish the spirit, arm extended, create the vision, follow the faith, arm extended, serve in humility, aja, aja, aja. That means to fight, okay? All right, everybody unmute, and after the company motto, please mute yourselves. So everybody right now unmute, unmute. Okay, company motto, are you ready?
Yes.
Go. Cherish the spirit. Follow the faith. In humility. All right. Thank you very much. Everybody mute your phones. Going to turn it back over to Sales Master Sharon Wilson. Take it away, Sharon.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Sharon Wilson. So glad to have each and every one of you on the call. So first, I want to know, are there any visitors here for the first time? Let us know who you are. You could do, wave your hand or put your hand up. Let me see, like this, to let us know that you're new. Okay. Or you could unmute and say, I'm a guest of. Okay, so everybody is family, so it seems. Okay, well, it's good to have each and every one of you on the call. Well, today we're going to take a little detour. We want to hear some testimonies. We have KJ who's going to talk a little bit about the Hemohim, and we definitely want to gear towards people that's dealing with cancer. So I got some news. A sister-in-law of mine is dealing with it, and so we just definitely want to get the message out. It's just too many people now that you're hearing that is being diagnosed with cancer. So we want to talk about that today, and hopefully we'll have some testimonies on. But at this time, we want to have all of our leaders just to say hi. Mon and Ari, just greet everyone.
Good evening, everybody. This is Ari and Mon, Sharon Rosemaster from NC Global. You are here for a good treat because we don't know who can we help today because we have such amazing functional products. So take notes and share with the loved one that may need our products. So just enjoy. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Ari. All right, Miss Patricia Hornsby. Let's hear from you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sharon. My name is Patricia Hornsby, and I am from Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a sales master, and glad that you're on the call this evening because, as it was stated, these products will, I believe that they will help you if you consume them, but you must consume them to try them to see if they'll help. But we understand, well, I go to the doctors and I take all this medicine. Okay, it's all right, but try our products and see if that will also help. And maybe you won't have to go to the doctor so often. Thank you. Welcome to the call.
All right. Thank you. We're going to stay in North Carolina. Mr. Thomas Jacob.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hope everybody's feeling well on this beautiful Tuesday. Tom Jacobs, Diamond Master in Charlotte, North Carolina. And just want to say, put your seatbelts on. This is going to be a dynamic ride. Enjoy, take notes, be healthy, and then next thing you know, you might become wealthy. Back to you, Sharon.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Mr. Uncle Mike.
Want to say good evening to everyone. So happy that you're here. We have this call so that you can invite family and friends so that we can learn more about how to take care of this body. Because if you don't take control of your health, someone else will, and you do not want that. Back to you, Sales Master Sharon Wilson.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. We have Miss KJ. And Miss KJ, so I'm going to have you just to greet everyone, and then you're going to open us up because we want to hear on our Hemohim products and how it could help cancer patients. So go ahead and greet and then go on into your topic. And please take notes, guys. Please take notes. Welcome, KJ.
Okay, welcome everybody. Hi to Zoom meeting, and it's a pleasure to meeting you guys. And Hemohim, oh yeah, it's an amazing product, which is the first product that we have in our company. It's to help people with cancer and radiation exposure, and people go through a lot of issue with like a chemotherapy. It kills both the cell, good and bad. So this actually repair those cells that what was the damage. So people get well and they get energy back. Matter of fact, I just talked to the lady that going through chemo, and today she come from chemo, and she said she was tired, and she take some couple of pack of Hemohim and probiotic and vitamin C, and she said she was well enough to get up and functioning normal. So we've been talking about 30 minutes, and she was a stage 4 cancer, and she is spread all over her. Then she been taking some Hemohim, and her lung cancer, she had a couple of polyps, and it's disappeared. So cancer-free on lung, that was a spread. So now they're gonna do other things inside her stomach because it's a stomach cancer. But she say other things that there was an issue before is all taken care of it pretty much. So she only need to do a little bit of chemo, and they wanted to do surgery. Used to worry about many things before they do the surgery because of her lungs. Now is a good time for them to go ahead and give her surgery. So it was good news talking to her. So here I am, and I'll be glad to share you guys with a lot of information with the Hemohim and other products. Back to you, Sharon.
All right, so let me ask you this, because right now we know a lot of people are dealing with cancer, and I believe everyone on this call knows somebody or knows several people that are dealing with cancer right now. As far as, and I know we're not here to diagnose or anything like that, but we just want to know, what can we do for our bodies? What areas do we need to target when we're dealing with, breast cancer, colon cancer, rectal cancer? What are some of the products that can help us get better?
I just talked to the people today, a lot of people actually, about your gut health. You are what you eat. Your gut has to be healthy lining, because the reason is a lot of times we eat those oxidated food and also have a lot of chemical in the food, and that doesn't help. So a lot of youngsters walk around with the IBS, okay? And their faces broke out, and those IBS, you don't take care, you don't treat it, it turns to Crohn's disease. So you need to take care of that before anything else. So I talked to a couple of people about, they're having an issue with the stomach, and they didn't pay no attention until they diagnosed with the Crohn. Then I say, that's more hard to fix. Why didn't you listen at the beginning, a couple of years ago when I talked to you, when you have IBS? Then they just are skeptical. Then now he got surgery and he don't feel good, but he have to go to work, right? So he asked me, what can I do? I said, well, same thing. You got to take some Hemohim, take some probiotic and the vitamin C, because the reason that you've been through a lot, so we need to use some milk thistle also, because it'll help you get all that chemo and other stuff that was inside your liver. It has to be detoxing, so you can filter better, and also you take a nutrition and it'll absorb better. So then he say, okay, let me have some of those stuff. So he start taking again, and he called me, he said he feel better. After surgery, he wasn't feeling good either. So he been taking Hemohim, and we've been giving him stuff, and he feel better. So he say he go back to work without a problem. So that was a really good news. And hemohim, it actually detox your blood. And people, like line up the bone marrow. Bone marrow produce red and white cells. That's what it does. So if you got a too low on those red cell, it's increase the red cell. If you too low on a white cell, it's gonna increase it. It'll level it because it's gonna be moderator. That's what hemohim does. People with the blood pressure too high, it'll bring it down. Too low, it brings it up. Same with the sugar level too. So a lot of times the people were skeptical. Now they know that people around them, they've been using it and they don't take a medication anymore. So people been calling me. That's why I've been so busy, swamped. I mean, even today. And I'm trying to prepare for tomorrow meeting. So I've been really, really busy. Then again, I mean, don't wait till something like that happen. When you have that IBS symptom, that means you need to check your gut and making sure you put the right things to your body, then your body will heal automatically. I had an IBS before, so I know how that feel. And that feels awful, awful. And you cannot go vacation without a hassle. I mean, that was a bad thing to have it. And so that's why it's very important to know the product, use it properly, and you're gonna be healed and you're gonna be wealthy because your body is healing itself is wealthy. Back to you, Sharon.
Okay, thank you, thank you. One more question. So what would you suggest if a person came to you and said that this is what they're dealing with? What products do you suggest beside the hemohim? What products would you tell them to?
They probably been sick for a while, so I always suggest if they've been taking medication and stuff. So I always say milk thistle. Milk thistle, what it does is detox your liver. People been over medicated and drinking or smoking or they eating bad habit, and those things really make a filter clog and it doesn't do the good job. Which is your biggest organ inside your body is the liver. Okay, it doesn't do filtering good. That's the biggest filter. Do everything, whatever you eat, radiation, you go through smoking, drinking, everything has to filter through this liver. So make sure you clean that. Another thing is a gut. Your stomach is very important because you are what you eat. So making sure that you eat some probiotic, you take those probiotic. Those very important. At first, when you take the probiotic, I always suggest a 6-pack a day. So you line it up, your gut properly.
Wow.
Yeah. And people been taking medication for a long period of time. I always say, take a milk thistle for a day. I remember one lady, she had a fatty liver. So she been taking medication and it didn't really turn around. So I met her and I tell her I can turn around 1 month. And she say, really? So she take it 4 a day for 1 month. So she go back to doctor checkup. She's clear. So you gotta know, that way. And also oxidative damage. We eat everything that is oxidative damage. Refrigerator, first of all, and also freezer. And we don't eat fresh food. So that's another thing. And fresh food you buy is already chemical on it. So everything, I mean, it's just a mess, okay? So always good to use the dish detergent. Even the fruit that you're gonna cut, like a watermelon, making sure you clean outside before you cut them. And oranges, apples, everything else, you making sure use our dish detergent. And make a habit out of it, clean with that, then you cut them, okay?
Awesome.
Another thing is, because that reason, we need to make sure we have some colorful vitamin C. What it does is a high antioxidant, okay? So we eat so many oxidative food, it reverse that. So that's part of reason we need those part of it. And now children go through a lot of this can focus, ADHD, even adults have those, and can focus because they have some issue with their vitamin. What vitamin? Vitamin B complex. ADHD, those kids, they take some vitamin complex, they can get healed. And they don't have to take too many medication. And also our Hemohim help them focus better too, because it has a calming property in it. So it'll help them. That's why it's a Hemohim goes with everything that you took. It'll be really working well with it.
Wow.
That's why it's very important to know the products so you can actually take those basic things, then it'll reverse your health and you can add other stuff as well too. That
Awesome.
kind of answer your little bit question?
Oh, yeah, definitely answers. All right, thank you, KJ. Great. All right, Uncle Mike, do you have a question, comment? Go ahead,
Yeah,
sir.
I just wanted to add something. First of all, I want to just commend KJ for
Oh,
an
my.
excellent presentation. The information was excellent. And when she said about when you buy like fruit to wash it off, even watermelon, for the first time, I bought a watermelon and it actually said on it, wash me. Okay. So most of the time I've never heard of anyone washing a watermelon, but I've
wow.
heard it. Now, when it comes to the apple's a different case. You can't really wash it off. Okay. If you take an apple, get you a sharp knife, don't cut it, but just scrape it. Okay. That wax is about 2 tablespoons of gasoline. Okay. It won't wash off. So you need to peel the apple and then eat it. See, long time ago, when I was like some of us with gray hair or no hair, when we were younger, okay, when, you could just pick an apple off the tree or buy an apple in the store and it was not an issue, but it has changed now. Before, they used to say an apple a day will keep the doctor away. Now, an apple a day will send you to the doctor. Back to you, Sharon.
Okay, thank you so much for that. All right. Well, listen, we got some testimony. Someone says, what about plums? I think we want to, any type of fruit, we want to make sure that we clean it before we eat it.
Exactly. A lot of times the plum will look just like the grapes, how to have that on there. So with the plum, you probably can wash it in our dishwashing liquid, which for those of you who are new and do not know is a class 1 dishwashing liquid, which means that you can use it to wash your fruits and vegetables. Okay. So try it with your plums, just as you see with the grapes, and see if that works. I don't think it has the same thing on it as the apples. Back to you, Sharon.
All righty. All right, thank you so much for that. Listen, we have this young man, he popped on, I'm so glad he did. I am so glad that he did. He's a Diamond Master out of St. Louis. And I'm gonna ask him to share his testimony. And that's none other than Mr. Kevin Dunn. And let's celebrate him. Awesome,
Hello.
awesome. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much, everybody. I indeed it's a pleasure for me to come on and tell my testimony to people, because the sincerity of what I had gone through. They got this saying that a cat has 9 lives. Listen, twice for me, mine was gone, and I don't want to go through those other 7 phases of life to try to live. So I'm blessed, because my story is that I had prostate cancer, and I was doing the chemo, and twice I was in another orbit. Didn't know where I was until the doctor shot some, still don't know what it was today, but it brought me back. And so I got out of the chair and I said, I'm not coming back. This stuff is going to kill me. I said, I just might as well get ready to come on to heaven, Lord. If you got anything for me, then I'd rather go the natural remedy. And so little did I know my prayers was answered, because I had the brochure on my desk for 4 years, actually, going into Bishop T.D. Jake's Woman Thou Loose. And like many others, you know, we get a brochure and we don't pay attention to it. And because there's so many gimmicks and so many, so much stuff out there, people just trying to make money. But this was the answer to my prayers. And I didn't know when I made that phone call, it was the best phone call that I had ever made, because I knew, spiritually, I knew that when I saw the presentation, when I took the product, I knew that this product was for me. My prayers had been answered. So I got on the Hemohim, I got on Saw Pelmot, I got on the other products, and each time they had me coming to the doctor every 90 days, and each time my PSA level was decreasing. You know, my cancer at stage 4 was running rapid. They said it was so fast, you know, they had to hurry up and pay attention to what was going on with me. And I am a living testimony today. The doctor called me, his assistant first called me, he said, "What are you doing?" You know, I began to tell the doctor what I was doing, but his assistant just was normal. But when the doctor called back about 5 minutes later, he was excited, more excited than I was. I was so grateful. So he said, "Whatever you're doing, you keep doing it." He was so happy. And I'm telling you that it happened fast for me. They give you a 5-year expansion time. If you make it within that 5 years of having any kind of cancer, they consider you A-OK. Well, let me tell you, I made it within 3.5 years using the products. So these products turned my life around. And when I go around the state to state and soon to be nation, I'm telling people, I'm begging people, you need to get on these products for your health. For preventive maintenance, if you got cancer, you need to get onto it. If you got high blood pressure, you need to get onto it. If you got a stomach problem, you need to get onto it. Whatever you got, you need to get on these products, because I heard our CEO said that, and give me the bragging rights to say that we have the best products in the world. And you can put your finger on it. And I'm excited about it, you know, and I just plead, if you're going through any kind of condition right now, please, I ask this of you, get on the products. If you need some type of information, I don't mind you calling me and get with your sponsor, whatever case may be. Let's do a 3-way, because I want to see you heal. Thank you so much for giving me this short time, Sharon. Bless you all. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kevin. Wow. So let me ask you this. I need to know, what were you taking? What was your regimen when you found out that, yeah, your regimen?
Yeah, my regimen was, I was so weak, Sharon. I was so weak. If the wind had blew over, I would have blown with it. I didn't have no energy to do anything. The Hemohim provided me that energy, and it also began to attack those cancer cells. And I began to start feeling better, because before I was just feeling so bad. And then the Saw Pelmot, and I worked on my immunity system with the vitamin C, the probiotics, and the spirulina. And so those were my regimen. So I began to work on that, and the liver cleanser that KJ was talking about earlier, because you have to get all that toxin out of your system, especially chemo, that it stays in your body. A lot of stuff stays in your body, and it needs to be cleansed out. So give yourself an opportunity, once you get the other stuff out, the toxin in your body, and then your body it is designed to heal itself.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Kevin. KJ, you have a question or response? Go ahead.
I see the chat room, they talking about that they can get the wax off of the plum and stuff. Thing is, God is so good. Your blueberry and plum, it has a white residue, and because the reason is grapes, they have a sugar content. That means that they are good, sweet, when they have a white thing on it, like a blueberry. And also that those things, you know, we cannot see at night, those fruits at nighttime. But you know what? Nighttime, those birds, they can see. It's for the animals.
Oh,
It's like a reflector. You can ask a third or fourth grader, they know about that. Yeah, naturally they sweet and ripe, and they can see that white dust look like. That's a reflector for the animals to eat it. What is safe for them to eat it. So that's part of the reason you cannot just remove it. Those are sweetness that you know, it comes out. I'm making that clear. That's all. Your silence.
Sharon, you're muted.
all right. Thank you, KJ. I'm sorry about that. Kevin, one more question. Your last doctor's appointment, what did your doctor tell you?
My last doctor appointment, he told me, he said my PSA level is less than 0.0 some 5%, you know, next to nothing, you know. And he told me just basically that he just kicked me out the office. Don't come back, you know. Just don't come back anymore. I don't, you know, you're doing well. You know, you look good. You look healthy. And he just said, just don't come back. You know, we had that type of relationship, you know. And so I said, doctor, okay, I like you, but I don't want to see you no more either.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. That's amazing to have a doctor to tell you that after you have gone through what you've gone through. So thank you so much for sharing, Kevin. Ooh, I mean, every time I hear that testimony, it just shows how good God is to us when we just desire to do right. You know what I'm saying? And just to be healthy.
Yes.
Be healthy. All right. Thank you once again. Okay, so we're going to open it up real quick. We have David on the line. David, can you give us a quick update on how you're doing? David Wilson, a brother from another mother. How are you doing, my brother?
Sharon, I am doing fabulous. I am
Wow.
excited. I get so excited to hear other people's testimony. And because even though my story is different, but all stories have something in common. And the commonality is you, as Uncle Mike said, you have to take control of your health. Because if you don't take control of your health, somebody else is going to not take control of it, and they're going to mistreat you. The doctors may not intend to mistreat you, but because of their training, because of the regimens that they prescribe, they will hurt you. Now, my update, I went back to Birmingham, I believe it was last Tuesday. And first of all, and I know I stopped off with my creatinine the last time I was talking to you guys. My creatinine is still at 1.3, which the doctor says the 1.3 level is the level of a person with a healthy kidney. So I am doing fantastic in that area. And of course, they also looked at the incision areas, and my body is healing more rapid than they anticipated. And so
wow.
I
Wait
have—
a minute. Wait, Dave. Now wait. Wait just 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay. You,
Lemonizzle.
maybe people don't know where you come from, okay?
Okay.
Just give us just a little bit of when you started 4 years ago with what your condition was, because some of the people are new. And
Okay.
they're just now hearing this.
I'll try to make this as brief as I can.
Please do.
As Sharon mentioned, 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 renal failure. I had to go on dialysis immediately. Well, the first form of dialysis I started trying is what they call peritoneal dialysis. That's where they hook this machine to you, and it pumps fluid in your abdomen area, and it pulls out the fluid. That's the way it's supposed to clean the blood. Well, I was on it for almost 2 years, and it really just stopped cleaning the blood. So then I had to go to hemodialysis. Hemodialysis, you use needles to connect you to the machine. That's all I have to say about that. Anybody who do needles every day or frequently, they know the discomfort of that. So I was on the hemodialysis for almost 2 years. July would have been 2 years, but praise God, I went to Alabama for to go on the transplant list. It was in March of this year. I went back in the end.
Okay, Dick, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Let's see.
Let's see if I can move for something.
Yeah, you're breaking up. So you
Sounds
said
clear
you
to
went
me.
on you went on the transplant list.
Can
That's where we heard you. Go ahead.
yes, I went on the transplant list in Birmingham, and in March I went to see the cardiologist. He told me that they would be adding me to the transplant list. Well, I got a call from Birmingham, and they said, do not do anything or don't change anything that you're doing, and wait until you get the official notice. I received the official notice from Birmingham on April 28th. Then on May 9th, I got a call from Birmingham saying that that they have a kidney for me. Well, long story short, I got there that night, and the next day they took me in for surgery. I found out that I wasn't getting just one kidney. I was getting 2 kidneys, 2 pediatric kidneys.
Yeah.
So
Wow. So David,
that was the yes.
yeah, let me interject, because prior to you going on the list for your kidney, when did you start taking the Hemohim and the Hemohim products?
Oh, Sharon, I believe it was February of this year. Sharon shared the Hemohim story with me. She told me she wanted to try it. So immediately I ordered it. And right away, I could tell that this was something good. One of the effects of the dialysis, I had something. Every time I went to the doctor and tried to tell them about it, they act as if they didn't know what I was talking about. But I had what I described as bubbles under my feet. It made me out of balance. I couldn't walk a lot because of these bubbles. And every time I tried to turn one direction or the other, it would always lead me to having to stop and stabilize myself, because oftentimes I would like stumble. So anyway, I started on the Hemohim in February. I went on the Hemohim, the color food vitamin C, the probiotics, the spirulina, the vitamin B, and the omegas. Immediately, within the first week, the bubbles in my feet were almost gone. Not totally gone, but almost gone. And I was just feeling so much better. I had more energy than anybody on dialysis. And so I knew it was working in my body. So speeding up to the transplant, I got the transplant on May 10th, and everything went smooth. I did have some complications that the surgeon was able to catch and fix. I ended up having to, they had to go into my groin and do an additional surgery because I had blockage between my growing and my feet. So they fixed that and everything was working fine. And the thing that was so amazing, when I went through that, all of those surgeries and things, I had no pain whatsoever.
Wow.
When I got out of the hospital, I started having pain in my back, but that pain was there even before the transplant. So I couldn't blame it on the transplant. So since I left Alabama and made it back to Mississippi, I have started to see the chiropractor, and the chiropractor tells me that my back is out of alignment, and she's doing alignments now, and the back pain is almost to nil. I mean, it is so much better that
Wow.
I just get so excited. And by the way,
listen, David, I'm excited for you. So I do understand. I have one more quick question for you.
Okay.
How long did you have the bubbles under your feet? How long did you suffer with that?
That I think before I got off of the PD, so
So
it
that
had
would
to
have
have
been
been,
about 2 years.
yeah, it would have been. I've
2
been
years.
dealing with this stuff for about 2 years.
Okay. Now, and I asked you that for a reason, because nothing the doctors could do to help those bubbles, right?
Nothing. I went to a podiatrist. I went to even the chiropractor. They could not prescribe anything that would make a difference to the bubbles.
Wow.
But I'm telling you, within the first week of using the Hemohim, I first started taking 2 envelopes of him per day. Then I went to 3 a day, and I tell you, not only did the bubbles improve, but my energy level, it was just
Wow.
amazing, the difference that I experienced. Now, one thing that the surgeon or the doctors at Birmingham told me, they didn't want me to use vitamin supplements, especially herbs, because they didn't know how it would interact with all of the drugs that they prescribed to me. Well, I think somebody said tonight that you got to clean these toxins out. And everybody knows when you take a drug, you are taking toxins into your body. And if you let them accumulate, they will cause additional problems. So I just decided that, okay, I'm going to take the Hemohim to my doctor. I was going to ask him. Of course, he had no clue what it would do, and rightfully so. I mean, you won't know until you try it. So I decided to start with a pack a day and just to see. And I've been doing it on a regular basis now. And I'm telling you, this is the way to go because of the, we have to take an anti-rejection drug so that our bodies won't fight the new kidneys. That is something that I have to take for the rest of my life, pretty much. They've given me some anti-infection medicine because my immune system has been compromised with the medication. So, and I really don't need to take anything that's going to enhance the T cells of the immune system, the fighting cells in the immune system. But I can take small amounts of the Hemohim to, as KJ said earlier tonight, to clean the blood, to give you the energy that you need. So I am still using the products and I feel stronger every day.
Awesome. David. Now we're looking forward to you and Dr. Sweet coming together because he wants to follow up with your testimony and your surgery and everything. So we look forward to that. But thank you so much for sharing, David. Awesome. We are still excited. We're still excited. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, do we have any other that may have a quick testimony? We're getting ready to give it over to Uncle Mike. Anyone? I don't want to miss anyone. Might want to share a quick testimony. Okay, well, let me tell you something. You might think, well, my testimony is not like David's or it's not like Kevin, but I don't care if you used the toothpaste and you had a rash and you saw the difference in the toothpaste on your rash. I mean, that's a testimony, okay? So don't think it have to be a big, testimony like that. But if you're using the products and you love how they clean your dishes, you love how they clean your fruits, we love to hear it. We love to hear it. But we'll get you the next time.
Sharon,
Okay. Yes, sir. Mhm.
can I just add one thing since you
Yes.
mentioned the toothpaste?
Mhm.
Well, after I started taking these medications, I developed some kind of itch on my legs. It was really, really severe, and I was scratching like crazy. And so even when I got in the shower, the areas where it was itching started stinging. And I never experienced anything like that before. And it was absolutely crazy. And then I remembered somebody saying that they rubbed the toothpaste on their skin. I think, I don't know. But anyway, I started using the toothpaste on my skin, and all the itching areas that I had on my legs are gone. And now when I get in the shower, there's no stinging. So I just thought about that. And that is amazing.
I agree with you, Mr.
Oh.
David.
Go ahead, Pamela.
Okay.
I'm new to the organization, but I had received a sample from Lee, and I get a lot of mosquito bites, and I normally another friend told me to use Vicks vapor, and that does help. With you put it on there and it goes right away, but that Vicks does not help for other itches. And I had a little flea bite or some other, it was not a mosquito, and I put that toothpaste on there and it went away in about 5-10 seconds.
I tell you.
Oh, I love it, guys. Thank you. That is so amazing. I'm telling you guys, we got some of the best, we have the best products out there. So thank you so much for sharing that, David and Pam. All right, Lee, you're doing a great work in Birmingham, sharing these products. Just unmute yourself and just speak to us before we turn it over to Uncle Mike.
Hey, Atomians. Okay, my name is Valerie Ford, and I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. And I've been in Atomy since June of 2020. And I was introduced to Atomy by a gentleman out of North Carolina. And when I was introduced, I called the company and I asked them what was their flagship product. And they said it was Hemohim. And I said, Hemohim? And I said, yeah. He said, you know anybody with cold feet? And I said, yeah, me. And so I started taking the products because they really helps with your circulation. And then I've got a brother that his blood count was at 17, and then his legs are swollen really bad, and it's a feet. And so I told him, I said, you need Hemohim. And he said, girl, I can't afford Hemohim. And I said, hey, $3 and something a day? Oh, you waste that much money. So I made him buy a box of the Hemohim. And 3 weeks later, he called me and he said, hey, bye. He said, you know what? All the swelling is going out of my feet and out of my legs. And this stuff really helps your circulation. But now, amazingly, he took it to his doctor, and his doctor put it in his file, and his doctor was excited about it. And so then I've got another brother, and he has kidney problems. And I sent him a box of the Hemohim. I said, I'll invest in him because I know he'll buy it if it works. And so I sent him the Hemohim, and he started taking it. And I don't know what it is with 3 weeks, you guys, but 3 weeks later, he called me and he said, hey, bye, what does Hemohim do? And I said, you tell me. And he said, you know what? He said, I used to get up 5 times a night to go to the bathroom. And now I don't get up but one. And I said, wow, that's amazing. And then he said, also, I can drive long distance and don't have to stop every few seconds to go to the bathroom. Now, he said to me, I've got a kidney disease, which I didn't know. And he said, and this stuff has really helped my kidneys. And
Praise
then he called me a few months later and he said, you know what? Ever since I've been taking this Hemohim when I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is straight. So that's why I got excited about the Atomy products, because they were helping my family members. And then they also were helping my friends. And I've gotten, well, a lot of people that have gotten results from these products. And so that's
Amen.
people, we have quality products, and then we got a quality price. So that's why I'm excited about Atomy. So my job is to share the good news and then trust the Lord for the results.
Come
But
on now.
anyway, back to you, Sharon.
Thank you. Thank you, Bailey. Awesome. All right, Uncle Mike. This is good. I'm telling you guys, this is good. And thank you for your comments. We're definitely seeing your comments. So go ahead, Uncle Mike.
All right, thank you very much, and appreciate everyone sharing your testimony. All testimonies are huge, okay? Whether it's a transplant or you're itching. If that itching is bothering you, all of them are huge. So we want you to share them all, okay? So feel free. All right, now we're gonna go into Uncle Mike's Po Man Special. There's 3 products that make up the Po Man Special, and this is what I want you all to get and gather. I'm gonna kind of do somewhat of the fast version, but I wanna make sure that you get it. The first product is Atomy's Color Food Vitamin C. Make sure you call it by its name. It's not vitamin C, it is Color Food Vitamin C. When you say that, it builds value in your product. As you can see, the member price is $19, 7,800 PV. Let's take a look at this. All right, all right. As you can see, that it has 90 packs in it, okay? So that means it's only costing you $6 and some change a month. So let's look at some of the good things in it. Oh, by the way, it does have 500 milligrams of vitamin C in it. But some of the good things I want to just point out: pomegranate extract, freeze-dried strawberries, tangerine concentrate, chicory root extract, turmeric extract, and more. That's a lot of different things to have in that product. Number 2 product is called Atomy's 100% pure spirulina, only $21.50, 9,100 PV. And as we look a little further, it has 120 capsules. You take 2 a day, it's gonna last you 2 months. That means it's only costing you what? $10 and some change a month. Why is this product so special? Spirulina, it is a powerful superfood with 3 billion years of history. So what is spirulina? Spirulina is the longest surviving micro blue-green freshwater algae that grows and thrives in tropical alkaline water. And those beautiful waters happen to be in beautiful Hawaii, okay? It is loaded with the full spectrum of nutrients and antioxidants. We'll get into that a little further. The UN, United Nations, introduced spirulina as a food to distribute to malnourished communities, okay? So you may have seen on the news, you don't see it no more because there's so much stuff in the news and fake news, so you don't get to see what's really happening in the world too much today. So when these people are malnourished, their body is out of balance. So to bring the body back into balance, the United Nations gives spirulina, and we'll see why in just a few more seconds. Also, NASA has successfully used it as a dietary supplement for their space missions. Wow, that's big. So if you want to know why, if there was only one food on the planet Earth that you would eat, here's the reason. These 5 green boxes. Now watch this. I'm gonna go through them kind of fast. For those of you that have your free website, take the time and go on your free website and look at this. It has 18 types of amino acids. There they are. 15 types of fatty acids, 13 types of minerals, 12 types of vitamins, 5 types of antioxidants. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When the body is out of balance, when you do not have the proper nutrients in your body, pop goes the weasel. That's when those things like cancer and other diseases, okay, and viruses can get into your body because you don't have what's in your body, what God created to fight those things off. Okay, there's a reason. All right. Take, for example, the biblical teaching. You have a field, you work the field for 6 years. The 7th year, you let it rest. Breaking news, ain't nobody letting nothing rest in America. That's why a lot of our foods, they are depleted of nutrients because they don't let the field rest as God said to let do. You can't go against God and expect to get the best results. Amen. Lights, moving right along. Okay. So here's the thing. You want to make sure that you're getting these nutrients in your body. Let's go to the last one because I'm going to add a little extra with this. When I first came into the company and I saw that we had a vitamin B complex, I mean, oh, I was so excited. One thing though, that was temporarily out of stock at the time. So let me tell you something. Vitamin B complex, the member price is only $20. I couldn't believe it when I saw that because I have seen B complex out there that's like, more than double this price. And then look at the PV was raised to 12,000. But hold on. There's a lot of good stuff about this bad boy right here. Look at it, 90 capsules. So it's what? It's only costing you what? $6 and something a month. So then what is the B complex? The complex part is what makes up the family of 8 Bs. As you can see here, B1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 7, 5. These are the B complex, the family of 8 Bs. All right. And then I got to look and I said, what is this? Organic fruit blend, apple, blueberry, cranberry, organic vegetable blend, tomato, carrot, beet, organic green veggie blend, spinach, broccoli, kale. Man, these 3 been the last superheroes for the last 20 years. This is $20 by itself. So I'm getting this B complex plus 9 organic fruits and vegetables. Woo! Hold on, I'm not through. Take the time, go on your free website, find out just some of the things that each one of these B vitamins do. For example, B3, niacin, it helps support the digestive system, the skin, the nerves, B12, I'll talk about that a little more in a few seconds, required for normal red blood cell formation, neurological functions, and DNA synthesis. All right, now watch this. This is what separates us from other people. One of the things is this, the active B complex formula. As you can see here, all the Bs, and this is the US recommended daily allowance amount. Let's use B12. Since a lot of people go to the doctor to get a B12 shot, I tell my friends, you're not a pincushion. You don't need a B12 shot. You need the family of 8 Bs. If you're just missing one of these Bs, ladies and gentlemen, just hold on a second. I'm going to deal with those deficiencies, but hold on. So let's look at the B12. The US recommended daily allowance is what? 2.4 mcg. Atomy is 24 mcg. The percentage daily value, 1,000%. Listen, with all the things we're dealing with, the things that they're putting in the food, the things that's on the food, all the different toxins on the food, the processing of the food, all these different things, the air pollution we have to deal with every day, all these different things that we deal with, all the toxins that's in the water. There's so many things around us that are good, that are just bad for us. We can't deal with minimums. We need to deal with maximums. So then, let's look at some other things, such as the deficiencies. Okay, so most vitamin B deficiency symptoms: dizziness, pale skin, muscle weakness, tingling and numbness, huh? Some of y'all have that. How about a smooth and inflamed tongue? How about mood swings? Huh? You think it's just an attitude. It needs some B. Come on. Changes in the vision. Now you see, now you don't, right? Come on. Forgiveness. Man, where did I put them keys? Dry skin and cracked lips. It's hard to kiss and crack lips, folks. Get your partner some B complex. How about heart palpitations and shortness of breath, persistent headaches, constipation or diarrhea, mouth ulcers, canker sores? How about halitosis? We don't use that, AKA bad breath, killing that dragon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we need these supplements. We need them in our body. And I'm going to tell you something. We have got to have them. Okay. So then when we look at this, all of these 3 products is only $60.50. As Diamond Master Jay said, look in between the cushions in the couch. You got $60.50. Look in the car. There's some money in the car. $60.50. Listen. Give these 3 products to grandma and grandpa and see if it don't put some pep in their step. I got another idea. How about give it to mom and dad? They could use some energy, especially putting up with them bad kids and your kid, the grandkid. Give mom and dad something. But here's an even better one. How about look at the man in the mirror? Look at the woman in the mirror. How about you take it and see if it does a change in your life? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Po Man special. Get on it and get with it. And that is my presentation. Back to you,
Awesome.
Sharon Roadmaster. Hey, Sharon Wilson.
I'll take it. Thank you. I'll take it. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go. We have a hand raised. Mr. Allen, real quick, unmute yourself. Did you have a question or a comment?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. I have a buddy who's slowly coming around to signing up, and he was telling me that his doctor told him that he could not take natural supplements, that he had to take those chemicalized, if you will, medications. And that really ticked me off because I believe my man is being deceived by this doctor, because I know based on my own personal research that 80% of the doctors in this country alone are in the pockets of the pharmaceuticals. And they do whatever they can to sell you that poisonous junk. So he's listening to that knucklehead too. So it really bothers me. And I need to know from anybody if there's something that I could say to convince him that, hey man, you need to at least give this stuff a try. Because he is just sold on his doctor's advice, that fake doctor, if you will.
Let
Going
me
back
say
on
this
mute.
real quick. Let me say this real quick.
Okay, thank you.
If you cannot take something natural, there's something wrong with you. Okay, you're either from Mars or something. Okay. Sometimes we don't have to do a study. Sometimes we can just use common sense. All right. That's what's one of the things that's wrong with going on in the world today. People just don't use common sense. Number one, why do we supplement? We supplement because this food that I'm eating does not have the vitamins and minerals that I need. That's why I supplement. Okay. When people is not making enough money, what do? They get a part-time job. Why? To supplement so they can pay the bills. Okay. So we take supplements because we're not getting the regular. Listen, all medication, bar none, all medications are foreign to the body. Why? Because they're not made from food, water, or herbs. That is why you have side effects. Okay. So sometimes you just have to tell your friend, let's not deal in the medical arena. Let's just deal with common sense. Okay. Common sense is hurting so many people that it's not funny. Back to you, Sharon.
All right, thank you for that.
Sharon, I want to say this. A lot of times you go to doctors and they're uninformed. And then sometimes the doctors, they don't understand vitamins. Now, I've been going to the doctor, I guess, over 40 years. And I changed doctors because I felt like my doctor, he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. So I went to a new doctor just last month. He's an older gentleman, but I was amazed to find out that doctor, he does vitamins and he uses herbs. And I've never had a doctor go over my, like my health, I guess you call it codes or whatever. But this doctor, he said, Valley, your vitamin B is excellent. I was like, what? I've never had that before. And this doctor, he went over vitamin D. He went over the different vitamins, and I was really amazed. So sometimes it has a lot to do with the doctor. But now this doctor is an older doctor. I let him look at our plant calcium, our vitamin D, and I let him look at my website, and I was surprised, but he was open. But see, some doctors are not open to supplements because they don't understand them. Because my mother had a doctor and he told me, he said, they don't work. And I thought, excuse me, the regular medicine is made from a herb, but you just put all those chemicals in there and messed it up. And so that's what I was gonna say. Sometimes you have to find you another doctor. And that's what I did.
Very good advice. Yes, yes, yes. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Okay, Uncle Mike, the next time you go to a doctor, ask him or her, how long did they, oh, it went away. How long did they deal with nutrition? Probably about a semester and a half, I don't know.
I know a very well-known doctor. Unfortunately, she just passed away about 2 months ago. She went to school, I think it was either 8 or 10 years, and she said they spent 2 weeks on nutrition. Okay. Most of the people on this call know more about nutrition than their doctor.
And we're not badgering doctors. Let's be clear. You know, what they've learned is what they've learned. And like they said, they're practicing medicine. Okay.
Sure, can I just add one quick thing?
Yes, go ahead.
Your body is deficient from vitamins, minerals, and herbs. There is no drug out there that your body is deficient for. Your body is not craving any kind of drug, as Vi said a minute ago. They take a herb and then they put all these chemicals on it, and they change the whole chemical makeup of it. But when your body is deficient for the vitamins and the minerals, you will get symptoms, but you will never get a symptom from a lack of a medical drug.
Wow. Amazing. That is so true. Thank you, David. Whew. I wish it was some way we could get become doctors. Go take the test. I don't know, but anyway. Well, God bless each and every one of you that joined us on this call. We're going to let you go. Our time is far spent, but we definitely appreciate you all being on the call with us. So we'll look to see you again next week, same time, same station. All right, let us go with our company motto. You take it away, Uncle Mike.
All right, thank you very much, Sales Master Sharon Wilson. Great job. Good call tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, always invite family and friends to the call, because this is how they learn. This is how we learn, by sharing information. Okay, company motto, are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve with humility,
All right, thank you everybody for your participating with us today. Great job, everyone.
Amen. So good night, y'all.
Wonderful call. Wonderful call.
I can't wait till the recording come out.
Yes,
I can't wait till the
Ari